Hi, I'm Sherry Strong from the Javala Holistic Culinary Academy. Today in the kitchen, I'm going to make one of my favorite recipes, the Uber rice bowl, with a teriyaki dressing, a tamari omelet, and raw pasta zucchini noodles, which I call zoodles. The first part of the recipe is a teriyaki style dressing. Obviously, it's not completely authentic teriyaki style, but it starts with some wheat-free organic tamari, okay, which is like a soy sauce. Now you really want to invest in good soy sauces because the super cheap ones, the ones that are $1 a bottle, they're actually made by boiling the soybeans in hydrochloric acid for 24 hours, so not so good for you. The other thing I'm going to use for sweetener, you can use honey, but if you're vegan or you're entertaining vegans, you want to use coconut palm sugar. This sugar is natural and it's not highly refined like white sugar. The other thing I'm going to use are some unhulled sesame seeds. The other two kind of special key ingredients in this are actually garlic and ginger, which are fabulous for the body. They're great for, cleansing the body, the antimicrobial, that kind of thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grate both of them on a microplane grater. I'm going to start off with the garlic. So just using the microplane and just rubbing it along there. Remember, really important to always be sensible when you're using a grater because you want to always end up with more vegetable in the bowl than finger in the bowl, right? And then the last ingredient is some first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. I have tried this recipe with coconut oil and it doesn't work very well. So this is a beautiful cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, and that has been naturally expressed, so no nasty chemicals in it. Really important to get good quality oils. And your dressing is that simple, that easy, and I tell you, it's one of the most seriously delicious recipes for a dressing. So the next part of the recipe, I'm actually making zoodles, which are zucchini noodles. This is a raw pasta type noodle that's actually made with a zoodle maker. This is one of my most favorite pieces of equipment in the kitchen, and they are super reasonable. You can buy them on Amazon for less than $20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a zucchini and I'm going to take the ends off. Now remember, with your zucchini, you want smaller, tight, and heavy for their size. Rather than the big ones, they tend to get a bit watery and fibrous. And all you do is you take your zoodle maker and then just glide it along horizontally, obviously being really careful of your fingers, and you can see these beautiful noodle strands actually come out. So you just kind of keep working around. A lot of people will actually peel the zucchinis, but there's tons of flavor and tons of nutrients in that skin, so I actually keep it intact. And then you end up with a little bit of a core left over, which you can just chop into your vegetables. But you've got these beautiful kind of noodles that if you're diabetic or you have celiac disease or IBS symptoms, this won't irritate it. It'll actually be good for it and actually be healing. So the next part of the recipe is a tamari omelet. This is so simple, it's so easy to do, and people, when they taste it, can't believe that it's only 3 ingredients. So the trick is, though, is getting free-range, truly free-range organic eggs. That's great for the chicken and it shows up in the flavor of the egg. So it's just simply a matter of breaking the egg into the bowl, and you can even use 2. You can see that they come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes, but they have a beautiful, naturally colored yellow yolk. And all you're going to do is simply put about 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of tamari per egg that you're using, and literally just whisking it up until the tamari is well combined with the egg. And then you're going to put that into a pan that's being evenly coated with coconut oil, not on a high heat because you don't want a really crispy bottomed omelet. Now that my omelet mixture is ready, I'm going to pour it into the pan that I've coated in the coconut oil. Make sure that every part of the pan is actually coated, particularly if you're not using a nonstick pan, which is an idea you definitely want to do. There you go. That's how simple it is to make the tamari omelet. And you put the omelet in and you cook it at a very low temperature, a low heat, until it's basically just cooked through. Will take probably about 2 to 3 minutes. So this is the last step of the recipe before we start to assemble it. And it's very simple. We're going to steam the broccoli that we've basically cut into florets beforehand, and some cabbage leaves. So these are cabbage sprout leaves. We're going to put that in with the broccoli. And then after about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how tender it is, I don't want it too soft, but still a little bit of crunch, I'm going to place my bok choy in for another minute or so until it just wilts. So all my components for my dish are ready, and now I'm going to assemble it. So I've got my beautiful veggies. You can see the steam coming off of that. They're perfectly done. I'm going to put that into my salad with my zucchini noodles and start to stir it. So all that teriyaki dressing gets put onto my zoodles and the steaming hot vegetables. So you've got a combination of cooked vegetables that are absolutely delicious, and then you have those raw zucchini noodles, which have this beautiful noodle texture. And then what I like to do too is, for a little bit of extra creaminess, cut up a diced avocado. And that's another green thing in there, beautiful fats in there. So that's ready to go. Remember the omelet that we made? Here's what it looks like. Comes out of the pan super easy. And I'm just taking my little omelet and I'm gonna slice it, roll it up, and then slice it into little rounds. There we go. And I've got some beautiful, it's kind of a blend of wild rice and different rices. 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water, and then you just cook it until the rice has absorbed all the water. And the last thing, we place our beautiful veggies on top of that rice, and make sure you get all those beautiful juices, because that's going to truly flavor your rice. And then just place your omelet rounds around the dish. So there you have it, the Uber rice bowl with the teriyaki dressing and the tamari omelet. This dish has tons of flavor and is so good for you. I hope you will try the Uber rice bowl. I'm SherryStrong, and please remember, it's always as simple as returning to eating real food.